Hi, good morning. This is Kai Lim, and today is 15th of June 2017 at about 8:45 a.m. And I'm making this episode 4 updates on Bitcoin and Ether price, volume, and percentage traded. My channel is called Crypto to Wealth, where you can learn, create wealth. Today, this morning, I've decided to make a short video this morning because I made the last video about 10 hours ago before about 10:30 or 45 p.m. yesterday, and the situation, the trend is continuing, and which I like to share with you that you can actually take a look. And this is the reason I'm making it early in the morning. Now, I'll be covering the review of episode 3A and current Bitcoin Ether updates at this moment using the two websites I mentioned. What is happening to the market right now and the past hours is a sell down for Bitcoin Ether. What are the opportunity, risk, actions, and decisions I may take if the trend continues? And most importantly, for to reward you for tuning into this channel and following this channel closely, let me tell you a secret about weekly trend using the chart of both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can watch out for it. So let's begin. Let me refresh the website. Okay, for Bitcoin, now as you can see, the market capitalization has actually gone down in just 2 days. It was about 115, I think, when I made episode 3, which was uh, which was about midnight yesterday. The market cap was about 11 something, and it actually gone down to 109, and now it is 101. This means that there is a sell-out. People are selling. Yeah. So people are actually selling. And if you look at the sign over here, this confirms there is a sell down. When I make the video, the last video, this was about 2%, this was about 2%, but now it has gone to 9.36, and it's gone to about 10% for Ether. Yeah. So if you scroll down, all these numbers are minus more than 5-10%. So people, or either they are panicking, selling because they think the Bitcoin price is crashing, or the pumpers and dumpers are actually driving down this price, selling all together to make the price even lower, right? So that they can buy at a cheaper price. So those chickens in this particular situation right now, they'll be shaken out and they'll panic and they'll start to sell. So if you're one of those, you sell, you'll be losing money. Yeah. Similarly for Ether, it's 11.53%. The price has gone down 340, right? But the average price is still 381. Yeah. And you see down here, Bitcoin is 2576, but the price is current price, trading price has gone down to 2450. Now you just watch for this trend. If this Bitcoin and Ether price continue, that means these 2% here continue to be driven down. The price here will go down. This will go down, and both of these prices will go down. It will reach a price whereby those people who are selling now, especially the big plum and dumbers, this price, when they hit a target price, maybe $2,000, 2,002 or 1,800, or and Ether maybe 320 or even 270 or 250, you find that this particular red line here will immediately convert or change to green. That means their target price have been met, and if their volume is higher than those people who are holding and who are not panicking and not selling, then you will see the situation reverse very quickly. And if you don't monitor the chart, you find that you lose the opportunity to buy at the bottom. Yeah. So this is what has been happening now. Yeah. So many people, especially experienced traders and the pump and dumpers, are selling now collectively. So when you see this signal, if you would have bought at the higher price, right? Then if you sell, you are losing. So if you have the holding power, you hold, and don't panic, because this is very normal. And the price will continue to go down. So let's look at who are the players actually driving down this price. Which are the likely countries? Okay, so you can see here 9.31% minus 11.2%. So if you click the price here, as usual, Bitcoin, the people are trading Ether to Bitcoin. That means people are selling their Ether to buy Bitcoin. So it's 7.72%. Okay, people are selling Ripple to buy Bitcoin. Right, this XRP is Ripple. It's 5.15%. People selling Bitcoin for US dollars, Bitcoin for US dollars, Bitcoin for US dollars. Right? So all these players down here are using this exchange to sell down the price of Bitcoin at this moment in time. And it's fairly even. Yeah, it's fairly even across all these particular exchanges. And if you want to see who are the people doing it, you can actually go to this exchange and see who are the people and the likelihood of the majority of their members. However, it's very difficult to track now because Bitcoin is international. So you may be in Africa, but you are actually trading in the States exchange because it's a global market. And Bitcoin is meant to be a global currency or store value. So this is how you interpret, yeah. So all these prices are going down. Right now, the trend may go down to 2002 average, 2000 or even 1008 or even 1004. Right. So my attention on Bitcoin today will be how low it will go, how much lower it will go, and how much lower you have to make a decision because you cannot catch at the lowest point. You also cannot catch at the peak. So you need to make a specific target based upon your best analysis and say, okay, if it's the lowest now, maybe I need to buy. Or I think it will go lower, so maybe I'll wait. But then always remember one important thing. You can never catch the bottom, especially for Bitcoin and Ether and all cryptocurrency trading. Because if you can catch the bottom and you can catch the peak, then you are expert. And nobody can do it unless you're a computer. Or rather, even robots can do it. So this is the main point here. Now let's look at Ether. Let's click here. Okay. So I got a couple of comments here now. If you see Ether, you find that the main players are always above 10%. So if you can see down here at BitTime, people selling Ether for Korean Won. Yeah, Korean Won. So likelihood these are the people in Korea that is selling Ether, driving down the price because it is 14.5%. And this is a US exchange. There are people selling Ether for US dollar. So in the US or people who are using US dollar, they are selling down the price at 10.21%. Okay. Similarly, at this coin one, they are selling Ether for Korean Won. So they are actually selling and taking profit that these people probably might have buy at 350, maybe 400 or 420. Sorry. These people who are buy maybe at the they have already sold at the high price, maybe 420 or 450. My previous video, and now they are selling even more to wait for the price or to drive the price even lower. So this is 40% down here, right? So there are people selling Ether for Bitcoin. Now, if you see a lot of people selling Ether for Bitcoin, means very soon the reverse will be true. So people will be using Bitcoin to buy Ether, and that's how it's been done. So these are the top four exchange. If you go into these four exchanges by clicking here, you can actually analyze, yeah, what is the pattern. So Look at these two figures. Yeah. Now I'm only covering a Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah. So I won't be going to the other coins. Now the same pattern will be other coins, or rather the same concept will be the same for all the other coins, but the percentage may be different. So you see there is a minus sign over here. So let me go back to the other points. I've reviewed episode 3A, what is happening now. What is happening to the market right now in the past hour is a sell down. So the question down here would be, for the rest of the day, would it be continue to sell down? The percentage of Bitcoin and Ether will be going even lower, 15% minus 20%. The price will be driven down even further. Right? Now, this is not a crash. Right? In fact, there won't be any such thing as a major crash for Bitcoin and Ether right now. Right? But there is something called a correction. So there's a difference between a correction and a crash. A crash is that people has no more confidence in that particular market. So they are just dumping everything, which means that you can even go to zero. But a correction means that those people who has bought, yeah, are selling, or they are selling to bring down the price so that they will be able to buy back at a higher target price. So this is what it means, yeah. So do not panic. That's what I meant. If you are chicken, if you are chicken right now, you probably will be panicking and selling now. But if you are tiger and or dragon, then you'll be saying, "Oh my God, this is an excellent opportunity." I'm trying to figure out what is the bottom price for Bitcoin Ether, and from my fundings, that means the amount that you decided to trade or buy. Then you say, "Okay, I have to make a decision and look at the chart every second and see when to go in to buy." Right now, this is what I am. What is my concept? What is my thinking? Please read my disclaimer. I'm not asking you or to trade or to take a risk in your life. Yeah, but I'm showing you and educating you. This is the trend in Bitcoin and Ether trading that you can learn. And if you want to make some money, right, and or you have a certain amount that you can afford to lose, then you can take a look at these opportunities, because this is going to go on for the whole of this month, especially, and the pattern may be somewhat similar for the end of this year. And this is the current best platform that uh, you can make some money because it's so volatile. Every 2-3 days, you find that there is an action. So the action is either going up or going down. So when the action is going up, you need to determine the peak. And if you buy at the lower price, you can take some profit. If the action is going down, you need to determine where is the bottom and when you want to buy at a specific price that you targeted, right? And then you sell when the price go higher. Right? And when you make a decision, you need to stick with it and do not panic. Because if you easily panic, then you should identify yourself as a chicken. And if you're a chicken and you're interested in this market, you should stay on the sideline and just take a look at all the action and miss out. But if you're a tiger or dragon, then you are people who will take a look at the current situation, make a decision what will likely happen, and then take a position. Take a position means that if Ether reach 300, I buy. If Bitcoin reach 2002, I buy. Yep. So this will be the main what I call markers for today, right? Action plan that I'm doing, right? And I'm not encouraging you to trade. I'm a trainer, not a trader. But this cryptocurrency space has provided opportunity for the layman or for anyone who are willing to spend some time to understand this situation, which currently I'm making a few episodes on this and why I'm doing it once or at least twice or maybe even 3 times a day to explain to you the market movements. When you have a grasp of all these market movement, you realize that it is not so difficult actually if you can identify who is who and what is what. So let me cover point 3. What are the opportunity, risks, and action decisions I may take if the trend continue, right? Now, if the trend continue to go down, yeah, and if I have more reserve fund, I'll buy some more. But I'm not so sure what is the bottom. So today I'll spend more time watching, right? Watching. And watching is very simple. what I meant by watching? I'm going to watch these two here. How much minus it will go further? Would it be minus 15%, minus 20%, minus 50%, minus 50%, where the price over here will be reduced dramatically, which I think is very unlikely. Yeah. So let's watch this. I think Ether will go out down minus them. This is just I think, yeah. I'm not so sure. May go down up to 15%, even 20%, or maximum 30%. Similarly for Bitcoin, which I think will go down not more than 20%. So if my prediction is true, then these prices will all drop. It may have hit bottom, right? And there's no way you can catch a bottom. So this is today actually, or rather right now, I'm not so sure what's going to happen in the next 1 hour. Right? At this moment in time, if your bottom target is this, then this is a good buying opportunity for this price. If your target price is this, if your target price is 2002 here for Bitcoin, and maybe $300 for Ether, then you need to start watching these numbers, how low it can go. However, in a very short period of time, right, even within a few minutes, yeah, or maybe 10 minutes or 12 minutes, this can just turn almost instantly to blue. When they start to turn to blue, that means the opportunity to buy at this price, low price, is gone for now. For now. So just by watching these two indicators, you'll be able to see. Okay. But chickens should not get involved in trading, yeah, because they always panic that somebody is going to slaughter them, which they are what they are, unfortunately, if they decided to do some trading. However, the tigers and dragons are closely watching this and say, look, my goodness, this is an excellent opportunity. So, a cup can be, depending on how you see it, a cup can be determined as half full or half empty. So there's always three sides to the coin. One, the front side that the public sees. Another, the back side that you see. And then you stay at the edge of the coin to decide what do you want to do. I ask people question how many sides there are to a coin. Most people answer two. But actually there's three, because you always forget yourself, the decision maker that will affect what you do, which is the most important thing, because nobody cares about you. You have to care about yourself. So let me get back to the conclusion. Okay, so I've covered this point here, number 3. What are the opportunity risk action decision I may take if the trend continue? I may take because I do not know what is the bottom. Yeah. However, I'm confident the price will go up. Okay, and I tell you, because this is related to the 4th item I'll talk about. Let me tell you a secret about weekly trend using the chart of both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can watch out for it. Now, I've been watching this for quite some time already, for the past 6 weeks, right? And I identified this is a pattern. Now, this pattern exists because dumpers and plumbers like us, right? Or people, tigers and dragons are also people who are trading. If they are people, and they also need to sleep, they need to shit, they need to eat and drink, and there is a certain lifestyle pattern that you can identify for this cryptocurrency, right? Especially for the past 2-3 weeks. But it may change, yeah. But this is what I've identified, and this is very important to reward you for listening to this channel. Now, usually the price, okay, and listen very carefully. Usually the price of Bitcoin and Ether will start to drop on a Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesdays, yes. So today is Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. It started to drop. So you start to drop on a Wednesday. It will continue to drop on the Thursday. Yeah. And on Friday or late Thursday, on Friday, you find that the buying will start to pick up. So when the buying start to pick up, you realize that the price is rising. That means it has reached a bottom price that most people think that it will not go any further. And so they are waiting for this moment, yeah, almost bottom, to buy. So majority of the herd mentality is, okay, this is the bottom, I'm going to buy. So you see this particular area here, here, all moving to green, starting to move to green. So yesterday, last few hours is also a very active trading, yeah, but it's a selling trading. People are selling, yeah, selling, not buying. Now selling is also high activities. So the last 10 hours also high activities, but it's a selling activities, yeah, selling activities. Whether it's coordinated or not, I don't know, because nobody there currently Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is a wild west, right? If you got the guts and the guns meaning you have reserve money, right? And guts means you're a tiger or dragon. You can go and claim all those frontiers and call it your own. So this is actually what is happening now in cryptocurrency. It has exploded because, like America 300 years ago, those Europeans have discovered Newfoundland. So they went into a country unknowingly, right? When Christopher Columbus discovered it, and they hit gold. So this is the same situation now in cryptocurrency, right? The land is open wide. The market is already open wide. Yeah. If you are a dragon or a tiger, you got the guts, then you can claim some territory for yourself, right? But in terms of not in terms of land, but in terms of useful coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some others that I will cover in future episodes. So watch out for this, yeah, how low it will go. Because when it hit a certain specific minus number, which I think here will be about 20, I think, yeah, don't quote me, I think 15 or 20, or this Bitcoin will be maybe 10 to 15. You find the reverse happen. So everything will start to rise to blue. So currently, if you see down here, this is Ripple, right? And I'll cover Ripple next time. Why there is a major difference between the other coins, between Ripple or even between Bitcoin and Ethereum, is that people are buying Ripple. People are buying Ripple and selling Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? So I will cover Ripple in my next video. Yeah, so I will add one more coin. So watch these two. So in conclusion for this today's episode, yeah, there is a weekly trend which I identify that you can use to your own advantage if you decided to trade at your own risk, of course. Yeah, disclaimer again: I do not want to be accused of leading you, yeah, to your own greed, but I would like to share with you, yeah, to educate and hope that you can create some wealth for yourself, at a certain specific limited funds that you may have that you can afford to lose, and or take a risk about it and make some money, because the cryptocurrency space allows the common people, the masses, the hardworking people, hard saving people, to make some money. So let me repeat this secret again. Yeah, there is a weekly trend beginning usually on Wednesdays, right, through Thursdays, and beginning of Friday, which is tomorrow in Singapore. Yeah, so I'll talk about tomorrow. Yeah, you will see, or maybe my tonight. Yeah, my night. Now there is a 12 hours difference. Yeah, if you are in the West, or maybe 1 to 12 hours or 24 hours, 1 to 12 hours difference between day and night. So there is a pattern. So you need to identify this 12 hours pattern. Yeah, but generally, because I'm from Singapore, I only talk about my time. It is easier. If not, I will be confusing everyone. Yeah, and everybody will be accusing me of leading them the wrong way. I'm not leading anybody. I'm just sharing with you what I think and what I have discovered, and hope you can benefit from it. So there is always a pattern on Wednesdays and Thursdays, yeah, with a 12-hour lag that uh, people sell to drive down the price. And then beginning on Fridays, all through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and even into Monday or Tuesday sometime, you see this great surge forward, that people are driving up the price. And when they drop to a certain price that they think that they are happy with the profits that they can take when they have bought at their low point, they will sell. Then you see the same cycle happen again. So let me repeat the cycle. Yeah. This according to what I observe. Yeah, so don't take it as a Bible that you need to follow. On Wednesday, it will begin a selling downtrend. It may even begin earlier. There's always a 12-hour lag. And this selling trend will be driven down from Wednesday to Thursdays. And late Thursdays or even Friday or late Fridays, you see that over the weekend, the price will be driven up. People are buying, buying, buying. And this will continue in a frenzy, right, until Monday or Tuesday. And then there will be a major dump where everybody will sell. Right? So this is the pattern that it does. And I spend a lot of time talking about it. I know I'm a little bit long-winded, but this is the whole gist of this episode that you need to watch out. What I call a weekly pattern rather than an hourly pattern, right? So I've identified this and I'm using this to my advantage because it tells me, give me a good idea, right? When will be a good time to determine a buy and at what price I think is my bottom, right? And when the reverse happen, I can determine what is the price I want to sell because you will never be able to catch the bottom and the peak because no one knows. And if you can catch the bottom and the peak, then you shouldn't be trading, right? You would have been a multi-millionaire a long, long time ago trading in other stuff. So I hope you benefit from this short video, and thank you until the next video. Bye.